yesterday at the Field of Dreams, so they are perfectly aware of how the field was. We just finished up the first semifinal of this game where the Frontenac Raiders defeated the Columbus Titans by a score of 12-6. And we're going to step aside for a brief break and come back with a look around the area matchups as well as preview of the rest of this bracket. Stay tuned here on Girard Sports Live for more of this 3A regional semifinal.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams. We'll get you set for this semifinal between the Baxter Springs Lions and the Girard Trojans. And the presenting sponsor for Girard Sports Live is Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at cktv.net. And the pregame show sponsor on your Girard Sports Live is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. And I'll have a chance to go ahead and get you the Kim Kravitz photo of the game. Here's the shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz. It was the Girard Trojans lining up for the national anthem after starting lineups earlier this season against the Frontenac Raiders. And they were set to take on, they almost stole one from the Raiders in the second game of that doubleheader, but ended up falling 3-2 in the latter parts of the innings. But meanwhile, Kim Kravitz's photo is a boutique photography studio specializing in high school senior pictures and sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com or call 620-704-7474. Now get you a look around the area as far as the games going on, not only here on the baseball side, but also on the softball side. In baseball, just finishing up here in this 3A regional, Frontenac Raiders defeat the Columbus Titans by a score of 12-6. They'll take on the winner of Girard and Baxter Springs. That will be immediately following this game at approximately 5 p.m. Meanwhile, up in Cherokee for the Southeast Regional, where the St. Mary's Colgan Panthers were playing, they fell to host Southeast 8-0. Southeast got a bye. Meanwhile, Colgan had to defeat Uniontown by a score of 13-3 to get to this game. And Southeast will play in their championship game, also set to go at 5. Regional softball bracket side, Girard Lady Trojans are going to take on the Riverton Lady Rams. Getting ready to throw first pitch. That's over in Galena. You can hop on over to that stream and listen to Dale Shireman call that one. They will take on the winner of Frontenac and Galena. Don't know the result of that one just off the top of my head recently, but it will be the championship also at 5 p.m. Then in the regional softball girls bracket in the 2-1A, that won't start until today. St. Mary's Colgan Panthers have a bye, and their first game won't be until Thursday, where they'll take on the winner of Oswego and Northeast. That regional is held in Oswego, and that's a look around the area matchups. That's brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if your need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wix filters, Simpkin bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. We'll step aside for another break, and we'll bring you the keys of the game and the first pitch. So stay tuned here on Girard Sports Live, where the Trojans are getting set to take on the Lions with a spot in the 3A regional final here at 5 p.m.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays, 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
It's tax time, and what better way to make the most of your tax refund than to invest in your home? At D-Road Commodity Flooring and Furniture, we can work with any budget to help you redesign any room. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the right flooring from manufacturers like Shaw and Mohawk with exceptional savings right now. And you can choose from our great selection of top quality furniture with brands like Catnapper, Ashley, and Jackson. Come see the professionals at D-Rail Commodity with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Girard Sports Live.
ESPN. Welcome back to the Field of Dreams, where we're getting ready for this pregame show. Getting back for the first pitch, I should say, excuse me, between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions, where the winner will take on Frontenac at 5 p.m. approximately. Well, it probably won't be 5 p.m. It'll be following this conclusion for a spot in the 3A Regional Championship, and the winner between Frontenac and the winner of this game will then head on to the 3A State Tournament, which is held in Emporia at the Emporia Recreation at Emporia Suns Grove Baseball Field. That was May 23rd through 24th, so in about a week and a half, they'll have that. So, get to the keys to the game. The keys to the game are brought to you by Bender on 7. The key to satisfying your appetite is stop at the Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become a Girard favorite with great daily specials like today, where it's Taco Tuesday. The Bender on 7. Dine in or call for pickup, 620-724-4860. And the keys to this game for the Trojans, they need to eliminate the snowball effect and the big inning. They were able to do so yesterday against the Bullpup, and they came across with a victory. If they can do that again, they have a good chance to defeat the Baxter Springs Lions. And we'll go ahead and get you the starting lineups that are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Stans, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. For the visiting Girard Trojans, they will be led off by the center fielder Taylor Bruning. He's followed by catcher Wes Jahay. Evan Troike is at shortstop batting third. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder Connor Dillon. Wade Boatman will bat fifth and play at first. Caden Lolleman, who pitched a shutout gem yesterday against the Bullpups, is in right field today, batting sixth. Ty Norris, normally at second base, will pitch today, bat at seventh. Caden Harrison is at third base, batting eighth. And Dylan Collins is at second base, batting ninth. It's Bruning in center, Jahay behind the plate, Troike at short, Dillon, the cleanup hitter, in left, Boatman at first, Lelleman in right, Norris on the hill, Harrison at third, and Collins at second base. For the home Baxter Springs Lions, they'll be led off by shortstop Caleb Arnall. He's followed by Landon Abbott, who is pitching today. Third baseman Brant Morris, that's third. Cleanup hitter is the catcher Riley Bush. Designated hitter Braden Bernard, that's fifth. Kyler Reese is in center field, batting sixth. Dason Derringer bats seventh and is at first base. Brandon Kelly is playing at second base, batting eighth. And Billy Buck is in right field, batting ninth. Bernard, the designated hitter, hitting for the starting pitcher, Andre Appleton. It's Arnall at short, Abbott Abbott on the hill, Morris at third, Bush behind the plate, Bernard, the designated hitter, for Appleton, for Wyatt Buck, the left fielder. Then Kyler Reese in center, Derringer at first, Kelly at second, and Billy Buck in right. So Trojans are finishing their in and outs after the Lions have already taken theirs. Girard had a big 5-run second inning yesterday against the Caney Valley Bullpups, who were the number 2 seed coming into this regional. They didn't start their hard-throwing right-hander Jace Kaminska did the Bullpups. Instead, they started Cole Ellis, and Ellis was unable to get out of the third inning. Gave up 5 in the second and then another in the third. And Ellis was pulled in the middle of the second. He was replaced by Sean Sutton. Sutton couldn't get out of the second, was able to get out of the second inning, but that was it. And then Kaminska came in, only allowed 3 runs over 5 innings, struck out 12, but it was too little too late for the Bullpups, and the Trojans got the 8-0 victory. And now we'll step aside for one more break. Come back on the other side with the first pitch. You are watching Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back again as Trojans are finishing up their in and outs. As they're the visiting team, so they hit second to get prepared for this game. Trojans are led by head coach Steve Beavers. Meanwhile, the Baxter Springs Lions are led by head coach Chris Mercer. Just about ready for the start of this game after they do finish up their in and outs. Have the announcement of the starting lineups, and then there will be a little bit of a national anthem, and we'll be set to start this game. It's a beautiful afternoon here at the Field of Dreams. Bright, sunny sky. Few white, puffy clouds. But for the most part, clear blue skies. Wind is howling out to left. Only one home run thus far today. That was hit by Cole Saporito of the Titans. It was a 3-run home run in the top of the third that at that point put Columbus up 3-1. However, after that, it was pretty much all Raiders, as in the final 4 innings, Frontenac outscored Columbus by a margin of 10-3, ending up with a 12-6 finale. And they will take on the winner of this matchup between the Trojans and the Lions. Set to take place after this one, running a little behind as with all the runs scored, game took a little bit longer. But a spot in the 3A state tournament on the line, and therefore the winner of this 3A regional out in Emporia. Now the Trojans have just finished up their in and outs, so we'll step aside for one more break as they do the national anthem and the starting lineups, and then we'll come back with the first pitch. You are watching Girard Baseball here on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Thanks to your support, Kennard Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams here in Baxter Springs. We're running through the starting lineups here, and we'll get you to them one more time, starting with the visiting Girard Trojans. Leading off, center fielder Taylor Bruning. He's followed by catcher Wes Jahay. And Evan Troike, the shortstop, will bat third. Connor Dillon, the designated hitter, bats fourth. The cleanup hitter will be in left field. Wade Boatman, the first baseman, bats fifth. Caden Lulleman in right field, bats sixth. Ty Norris, the pitcher, bats seventh. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Caden Harrison. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Dylan Collins. Again, it's Bruning in center, Jahay behind the plate, Troike at short, Dillon in left, Boatman at first, Lulleman in right, Norris on the hill, Harrison at third, and Collins at second. For the Baxter Springs Lions, or the home team, they'll be led off by shortstop Caleb Arnall. He's followed by pitcher Landon Abbott. Brant Morris, the third baseman, bats third. Cleanup hitter is Riley Bush, the catcher. Braden Bernard, designated hitter. He hits for the left fielder Wyatt Buck. Kyler Reese is in center field, batting sixth. Deshaun Derringer, the first baseman, bats seventh. Brandon Kelly, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Billy Buck bats ninth in right field. Arnell at short, Abbott on the hill, Morris at third, Bush behind the plate. Bernard, the designated hitter for Wyatt Buck, the left fielder. Reese in center, Derringer at first, Kelly at second, Billy Buck in right. Now they're going through the starting lineups for the Baxter Springs Lions, who, as I said, are led by head coach Chris Mercer. He's assisted by Dusty Carnes, Ford Baldwin, and Lynn Hartley. And the Girard Trojans led by head coach Steve Bieber, and he's assisted by Jeremiah Hudson and Chris Dunlap. And so now that they have finished that and are getting ready for the national anthem, we will step aside for a final. Well, they're not going to do a national anthem for this second game, which is fine. That works out even better. And now we can get you at the first pitch. He is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Left-handed Landon Abbott on the hill for the Baxter Springs Lions. He'll face off against Taylor Bruning to begin the top of the first. Bruning followed by Wes Jehay and Evan Troike. You can see the Lions in their home white pants with red pinstripe down the legs. And their black tops with red letters and numerals outlined in white. Triple red and white stripe on the sleeves and around the collar. And everyone wearing the high stirrups that are primarily red. And then there's about 5 stripes of alternating white, black, and red. So Taylor Bruning up first for the Trojans. Yesterday, Bruning went 0 for 1 as he ground into a fielder's choice that ended the 6th inning. And his other 3 at-bats, he drew 3 walks. Abbott's first pitch is a fastball high and outside, and we are underway here in Baxter Springs for this second semifinal. The 3A region held here in Baxter Springs. The 1-0 is in there at the letters on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 swung on and missed by Bruning. He's quickly down the count. No balls. Should be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abbott will get the sign from his catcher Bush. Kick and fire, and that one's in the knees on the inside corner. And Bruning goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Now Wes Jehay will step up. Jehay, if you didn't tune in yesterday, I had mentioned started out this year toward the lower end of this Trojan lineup, and he'll attend the first ball he sees. Past the diving Kelly at second into right field. A 1-out single for Wes Jehay and the Trojans. And after starting the season lower in the lineup, has worked his way up to the number 2 hitter. Bat control like that is exactly why. So now it's Evan Troike, the shortstop. Defense straight away for the Lions, set up in double play depth. Shading closer towards second is the shortstop Arnall, with Kelly trying to fill the hole as Derringer holds the runner at first. And the ball is outside, and a throw down to first is a big secondary league by Jehay, and he'll dive back in safely. It was a strong throw by Bush down there to first, but not in time. So it's 1 ball and no strikes here in the top of the first. Long look over, and now the pitch thrown. Strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner, and early on, Abbott is really pounding the lower third of the zone, mixing it in and out, but he hasn't gone above the belt more than twice. The first 3 Girard Trojan batters he's faced. He'll stay below the belt here, have a curveball that drops below the zone. It's 2-1 now on the senior for the Trojans. Righty-lefty matchup. Long look over at first by Abbott. Jehay will inch off a little bit more. Takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. And in there with a... Oh, they're going to say that Jehay is out. It looked like Wes Jehay got his foot in there before the tag, but a strong throw by Bush from behind the plate to Kelly, the second baseman, cuts down Wes Jehay, stealing 2-4. And that's the second out of the inning. Count is 2-2 on Troike with 2 outs now. Gonna have to adjust how he was doing it. Bush called for the pitch high, and instead of it being above the letters, ended up about belt high. Troike can only slap it out of play, and we'll stay here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can hear the wind just roaring here into my microphone, headed straight out to left. The 2-2, and it's going to hit Troike, and he'll hit on down to first with a hit by pitch. Now put a runner on first with 2 outs, and the batter is the cleanup hitter, Connor Dillon, who is in left. Dillon yesterday was 1 for 4. Grounded out to third, grounded out to second, struck out looking, but then hit a single. The single came in the 7th, and it scored 2 runs. That gave the Trojans their final 8-0 lead. Troike over at first, walking it off a little bit behind the bag. Coming set and checking Troike over at first is Abbott for Baxter. The pitch is a big breaking ball, ripped foul of third, where it's picked up by Morris. No balls and 1 strike on Dillon. You can see there on the screen, it's grass base pads from home to first and home to third here at the Field of Dreams. Something that will not be a home field advantage for the Lions, as it's the same way in Girard for the Trojans. The 0-1 that's fouled into the net almost at the very end. It's picked up by Lions head coach Mercer and slung over to the mound. So it's no balls and 2 strikes on Dillon here. Runner at first, 2 out, no score yet. Fastball at the eyes of Dillon. He's able to lay off, and a throw down to first. Troike a little slow getting back to the bag, nearly picked off by Bush. He's already caught 1 runner in this inning. West J. tried to steal second. He was thrown out on what he appeared to be him being safe. The 1-2 curveball grounded to the shortstop Arnault. He'll go the short way to second, and Kelly kicks the bag before Troike gets there, and that'll do it for the top of the first. No runs, no hit, nobody left for the Trojans in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Girard 0, Baxter Springs coming up here on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
No runs, no hits, nobody left for the Trojans in the top of the first. Now they'll have to go on the defensive side against the Baxter Springs Lions. Here in the bottom of the first, the Lions are the number 3 seed in this tournament. Outside of Girard upsetting Caney Valley yesterday, it's been straight chalk with number 1 Frontenac beating number 8 Riverton yesterday, and then number 4 Columbus beating number 5 Galena yesterday. And thus far, number 1 has held true as Frontenac defeated Columbus 12-6 just prior to this game. Caleb Arnault will dig in. He'll take the first pitch right at the center field. Coming in hard is Taylor Bruning, and he'll catch it at his nose, bent over at the waist for out number 1. A solid hit by Arnault, but hung up too long, and Bruning was able to run underneath it for out number 1. So now Landon Abbott will dig in. Taking on his pitching counterpart, Ty Norris. Norris, normally the second baseman for the Trojans, getting the start today, and it's a big curveball that'll drop through the zone for a strike against Abbott. Second baseman is the normal right fielder in Connor Dillons. And there's another sharper breaking ball from Norris that is low and away, ball one. Nobody on, one out here in the bottom of the first. Trojans got one runner on. I got two runners on technically. A single by Hay and then a hit by pitch of Troike. Hay was cut down trying to steal second. Well, Troike was retired on a 6-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Connor Dillon. Into the inning. Count now 2-2 on Landon Abbott. The starting pitcher today for the Lions. 2-2 curveball grounded to short. Troike, you can't get it. He pulls his glove off the dirt just before the ball goes into it. Troike running up, tried to do a last-minute flip down to the glove and flip up to field the ball, and it goes right underneath it. It's an error on Troike, giving the Lions their first runner of the day, and there's going to be a courtesy runner for Abbott. Coming in will be Lane Hall as a courtesy runner for Abbott. Now the batter is Brant Morris. Norris will come set, long check of the runner. Now he'll sling it sidearm. Hay will try and catch Hall off of first. Hall's back in with a dive. One on, one out here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter, Morris. Fastball swung on and missed. Norris didn't go sidearm that time and instead went straight over the top and came with the fastball. Morris was a little late on it. Another throw over, a slide, and the ball pops out of the glove of Boatman. Norris trying to mix up his releases. On that pickoff move, he went sidearm right into the glove of Boatman. Boatman's slap tag, ball bounced out. Diving in before the tag was applied was Hall at first. Boatman, as I mentioned yesterday, a unique hold stance in that he doesn't straddle the bag. He plays off of it with his glove toward first base. Makes it a little harder for him to apply tags on pickoffs, but it puts him in a better fielding position for when the pitch is thrown. Collins and Troike pinching up the middle for a double play. Taking off from first is Hall. The 2-1 will be sent into shallow center field. Collingford is Troike, the shortstop. He makes the catch. And there are 2 outs now in the bottom of the first. Cleanup hitter Riley Bush is up now. Right-hand hitter. Norris will look in at his catcher, Hay. Get the sign, check the runner Hall as he comes set, check him again. Now deal. Big curve ball just off the outside corner. Hay held it there for the home plate umpire. And it's a ball. Yesterday's pitcher, Caden Lolleman, is in right field. And in the game yesterday, Lolleman went 7 innings. Only gave up 4 hits, scattered across those 7 innings and pitched a shutout for the win. It's 1-1 on Bush. Braden Bernard, the designated hitter, on deck for Baxter Springs. If Bush can find a way on, the 1-1. It's a big curveball that hits the inside corner at the letters, and Bush can't believe it. Neither can the fans wearing the Cardinal or Royal red, whichever you prefer. Those in the maroon red, quite happy with the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. Bottom of the first, the pitch. Fouled out of play. Defensively for the Trojans, it's Norris and J. Hay the battery from first to third. Boatman, Collins, Troyke at short, Harrison. And left to right, Dillon, Bruning, and Lulleman. Number 3 seed Baxter Springs Lions versus the number 7 seed Girard Trojans in this semifinal. Another throw over to first. Diving back in is Hall. Coming in to the tournament, Baxter Springs had a 14-5 record. They improved to 15-5 with their 11-1 victory over Cherryvale yesterday. Meanwhile, Girard was 7-10. Foul tip not hung on to by J. Went off the top of J. Glove and then hit the catcher, the umpire, in the chest protector. So it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bush. After Girard's 8-0 victory over Caney Valley, they are now 8-10 on the year. Columbus, since they fell to Frontenac, ends their season at 14-8. Ball hit into shallow right field, and a nice running catch by Collins. Starting over close to second base, ran all the way basically behind first and made the catch on the run, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, nobody left here at the end of the one. It's no score. We go to the top of the second. It's still tied at 0 here in Baxter.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
It is the top of the second. Still no score here in Baxter Springs, as both the Trojans and the Lions were able to get a runner apiece on, but couldn't bring them around. So now Wade Boatman, the first baseman, will begin the top of the second for the Trojans, facing off against the left-hander, Landon Abbott. Abbott's first pitch is in there for a strike. Boatman taking a step to try and time it up and stepping out toward third. He really hinders himself when he does that. 1-0 missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abbott working very quickly. He'll throw a fastball at the knees on Boatman. Will swing over the top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch, high and outside. And leaving it up at 2-2. Abbott working very quickly. Fouled to the backstop. Now it's remaining 2-2. Reminds me a little bit of Central Oklahoma's right-hander Dylan Hall, who pitched a gem against the Lindenwood Lions in their first game of the 2019 MIAA Championship on Thursday. Boatman will take a fastball on the inside corner to the knees. He goes down looking. Second strikeout of the game by Abbott. Both of them have been looking. 1 out now in the top of the second. Caden Lulleman, the right fielder, is up. And he'll take the first pitch. He sees grounded to Arnell at short. He'll field it cleanly. Double clap of the ball and the glove. They're over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in this top of the second. And now the pitcher, Ty Norris, will dig in.
Brings up the pitcher, number 23, Ty Norris.
Norris, traditionally the second baseman for the Trojans, but getting the start today to try and get them to the championship of this regional. And the 1-0 is sent into left center field. It's going to get by the center fielder, Reese. Wyatt Buck there to back him up. Reese, it was just beyond his reach, threw his glove out in a stretch at the last minute, and he came up empty.
The third baseman, number 5.
So it's a 2-out single for Norris and the Trojans. Caden Harrison is up. Third baseman for Girard. Yesterday, he was 0 for 3. He reached via fielder's choice, his only time getting on base. He did eventually come around to score. His other 2 at-bats, he was struck out looking twice by Chase Kaminska of Caney Valley. The 1-0 from Abbott. That's at the belt on the inside corner. 1-1. Kaminska ended his night with 12 strikeouts after coming in the game in the 3rd inning. The 1-1. It's fouled into the dugout of the Lions. We picked up and tossed back to Abbott on the hill. So now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner on first and 2 out. Still no score here in the top of the second. Next pitch will be Abbott's 28th of the game. The pitch just below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-man umpire crew here for this semifinal, as opposed to the standard 2 for most Acacia baseball games. The 2-2, that's grounded up the middle, and a nice backhand grab by Abbott off the mound. Falling toward third, he's able to reverse himself in time to get the backhand. Fields it, runs over and underhands it to Derringer at first, and that ends the inning. At the end of 1.5, still no score. Back after this with more baseball here on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Bottom of the second, still no score. Top of the second, Trojans scored no runs on 1 hit. They left a runner on. Now Braden Bernard, the designated hitter for Baxter Springs, will take his first at-bat against the right-hander Ty Norris. And he'll watch a breaking ball hit the outside corner for a strike. It's Bernard, Kyler Reese, and Jason Derringer for the Lions here in the bottom of the second. Ball low. Curveball started at the knees and then dropped off. So now it's 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody on and nobody out. Still no score. The 1-1. There's another breaking ball. That one's a little sharper, and it dove in front of the home plate. So now 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch will be the 20th for Norris here in this 1+ innings that he has thrown. That's a 2-seamer that'll right out over the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the right-hand hitting designated hitter for the Lions. The 2-2. That's a curveball that started on the outside corner and then drove down and away. And Bernard was able to lay off on it. Straight away defensively for the Trojans. The 3-2 is outside, and that's a leadoff walk drawn by Bernard. That's the second base runner for the Lions in this game. It's now Kyler Reese. Reese, the center fielder, before digging in, gets the signs down at third from head coach Chris Mercer. Swing around the bunt is Reese. He pops it up. Jay Hay's going to run and be able to make the catch and then slips in the soft, wet grass behind home for out number 1. Great job by Wes Jay to get out of his crouch in a hurry, then lose the mask. Find the ball, make the catch, and then as he was turning to check the runner at first, it's very soft and slick behind home in foul territory. He slid a little bit, but Bernard, not wanting to take a chance running, stayed at first. Now Derringer will square on the bunt. He puts it down. Norris picks it up off the mound, only plays to first. He gets it over there in time. Sacrifice bunt, 1-3 by Deshaun Derringer. Now there's a runner at second with 2 outs for the Lions in the bottom of the second. Batter is Brandon Kelly. Troike, the shortstop, will try and keep Bernard close to the bag at second. Typically not what you expect. You normally have the middle infielder of the opposite side of the hitter hold the runner. And so with a righty like Kelly up, ideally you would like to see Collins, the second baseman, over there, as it's much easier for a hitter to pull the ball than it is to go the other way. The 1-0 is a 2-seamer just below the knees. 2-0 on the right-handed hitting second baseman of the Lions. After Kelly, it'll be Billy Buck, if Kelly can reach base here. Check of the runner at second by Norris. The kick and throw, and that's going to drill Kelly right in the back. A fastball that just ran way too far inside. There's runners on first and second with 2 out now. And the right-hand hitter, the right-hand hitting right fielder, Billy Buck. So now there's a force at any base but home. Still no score here. Runner at second is Bernard. The runner at first, Kelly. And now they're going to throw it into second. And an inside pickoff move by Norris there. And then he just lobbed it over for his shortstop, Troike, to grab. Just a bit of a keep an eye on Bernard pickoff move there. And now fastball is high and in on Billy Buck. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Norris getting set to throw his 29th pitch of the game, and he'll hit Buck now, going high and inside. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. The Lions a golden opportunity here, and there's going to be a mound visit. Head coach Steve Beaver will head and talk to Norris, also going out for the conference. Jay Hay, as well as the second baseman Collins. Inning started with Braden Bernard earning a walk, and trying to sacrifice Bernard to second was Kyler Reese. He fouled out to the catcher, Jay Hay. Deshaun Geringer got the sacrifice bunt down, to send Bernard to second. Since then, back-to-back hit batters by Ty Norris, and with the bases loaded, Ty Norris will go out of the windup. Allow the runners to get a bit of a walking lead. Caleb Arnell, a shortstop, who flew out to center in his first at-bat, a nice running catch by Taylor Bruning. So Arnell is 0 for 1 thus far, but he is in for a second at-bat, the 0-1. Another curveball. That nice through the zone for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Jay Hay will flash the sign to Norris. And Arnell, not happy with the delay, will ask for time. Be granted it by the home plate umpire. He asked for time because he was starting to get a little heavy-footed and stiff-armed. Now he's back in there and a lot more comfortable. Jay Hay flashes the sign. Norris likes it. He'll kick and fire. It's a two-seamer that stays up. One ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the bottom of the second. No score at the Field of Dreams in Baxter Springs, Kansas. The winner of this game will face the Frontenac Raiders in the championship. The 1-2 fouled into the backstop. And the winner of the championship game will head out to Emporia for the 3A state tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Norris kicks, fires. Curveball swung on and missed. Not fielded cleanly by Jay Hay. And it's still the final out of the inning. So we go to the third. Still no score here in Baxter Springs. Back after this break on Girard Sports Live.
It's tax time, and what better way to make the most of your tax refund than to invest in your home? At D-Row Commodity Flooring and Furniture, we can work with any budget to help you redesign any room. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the right flooring from manufacturers like Shaw and Mohawk with exceptional savings right now. And you can choose from our great selection of top quality furniture with brands like Catnapper, Ashley, and Jackson. Come see the professionals at D-Rail Commodity with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Through 2 complete, still no score. Only 2 hits have been by the Trojans. In the bottom of the second, the Lions had the bases loaded with 2 outs. They came up empty. That followed the fact that they got a runner at second with 2 outs. Back-to-back hit batters loaded them up for Caleb Arnall, and Allnar went down swinging to end the inning. The batter now is Dylan Collins, the second baseman. Watches ball 1 from Landon Abbott, the left-handed thrower of the Lions, who stands on the third base side of the rubber. The 1-0 grounded past the diving Kelly into center field. That's the third base hit of the game for the Trojans. They have yet to capitalize on any of them. They had a single from Jay Hay in the first and a single from Norris in the second, and that's been it. Batter now is Taylor Bruning. Bruning led off the game by striking out looking. Pitch on the lower inside corner. Abbott pitching from the third base side of the rubber, not something you often see. Normally, left-handers will pitch from the first base side to hold the ball and hide it from the batter as much as possible. First pitch is the ball outside. Bruning squared around as if the bunt pulled it back in time. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again. And Also think that is Morris, the third baseman. He's creeping on the grass. Bruning once more considered to square around, but he stopped, and now we'll have a mound visit. Getting out there to talk to Landon Abbott is head coach Chris Mercer. Now heading down to third base coach and head coach Steve Beaver is Bruning. Also in on the conference is Wes Jehay, the on-deck hitter. So they can plan out the next couple of batters, how they want to attack this. Mound visit over. Runner on first with nobody out. 2 balls and no strikes on Bruning, the center fielder of the Trojans. The 2-0. Bruning again squaring around. He takes a ball outside. It's 3-0. Three singles, and a hit by pitch. That's how the 4 base runners for the Trojans have gotten on. Make that a walk now to put the 5th Trojan on base. Moving into scoring position is Collins. Now it's Wes Jehay, the catcher, with great bat control. He'll look down and get the sign from Coach Beaver. I bet you dollars to donuts it's a bunt. First baseman Derringer creeping in on the grass. It is indeed. Jehay gets underneath it, and he bunts it foul and out of play. Hitting the metal overhang of the seating area here at the Field of Dreams, where it is really filled up with fans from Baxter Springs, Girard, and Frontenac. The Frontenac faithful staying put to see who they'll be playing next. The 0-1, again, Jehay squares a high bunt, bunted over, and Derringer, because he was so far inside, able to catch it on the hop. So that's the second time we've seen a batter called upon to bunt, being unable to get it down, instead popping out to a player. Now it brings up Evan Troike. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Shortstop Arnold trying to hold Collins close to the bag. That second big curveball from Abbott stays outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Troike was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. On a 2-2 pitch. On the knees on the inside corner. 1-1 here. Checking the runner at second is Abbott. Now he'll throw a curveball, then that one stays outside. Bush trying to frame it, and it stayed outside. It had a big break, but didn't go far enough, kind of curved around the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. The pitch. High and outside, 3-1 now. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Connor Dillon. The runner at first is Bruning. The runner at second, Collins. The wind now shifted, blowing out toward left center field. The 3-1 sent into right. Billy Buck will catch it mid-throw. Thought about going to first. Instead, he'll just hit his second baseman, Kelly. And there are 2 outs now for Connor Dillon.
Brings up the left fielder, number 4, Connor Dillon.
It's a big momentum swing hanging in the balance here. If Dillon can get Collins in from second, it'll swing toward Girard. If Abbott can get Dillon out, it heads to Baxter. The first pitch stays high and away, ball 1. Abbott has a nice little curveball, but he's trying to stay away from these Girard hitters, not wanting them to swing through it. He just keeps missing outside. Fastball at the knee, swung on and missed by Dillon. That low inside corner being called by the home plate umpire. See if Abbott can take advantage of it. The 1-1. It's a curveball sent into left. Taking a half step is Wyatt Buck, and then he realized he doesn't have to move. He'll stand pat, grab it with two hands, and that ends the inning. A leadoff single, then a walk, but no more done. 1, 2, 3 following those two. Go the Trojans. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
Before surgery, I was having a lot of problems just walking. That was the main reason for doing it, and just to feel better, to be able to enjoy life. Dr. Latchman and her team are fantastic. I really feel like I've been given a second chance at life.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
As we begin the bottom of the third, we still have no score here at the Field of Dreams between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. Landon Abbott will step up. He got a ground ball to Troike at short that Troike came up on too early. An error by the shortstop allowed Abbott to reach base. First pitch from Ty Norris to Abbott is a ball low and away. Abbott, Morris, Bush, the three due up for the Lions here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Abbott right on that one, but could only foul tip it into the glove of Jay Hay. So that'll count 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1, that's a big breaking ball that'll dive down and away. Started right in the heart of the strike zone, but the amount of break that it had saw it miss low and away on the right-handed hitting Abbott. The 2-1, that's a fastball and it'll stay out. 3-1. Both Abbott and Norris are really trying to work the lower outside quadrant, and they are not having much luck. However, when they go low and in, they have a lot of success. That's a fastball on the outside corner at the belt. Count now full. Norris will get the sign from Jay Hay. Kicks, fires. That's a curveball sent right back up the middle. That's the first hit for the Lions today. Coming here in the third inning, it's a leadoff single from Landon Abbott. And thus far, Abbott is the only Lion to put the ball in play and reach base for Baxter Springs. He's done it twice. Once more coming in as a courtesy runner is Lane Hall. Does a couple things, gets a little more speed on the pads, and it also allows Abbott to keep his legs fresh for whenever he goes back out on the hill. Catcher Brant Norris is now the batter. Norris will come look, check the runner first, and deal to Morris. Fastball at the belt, strike 1. All right, Morris. Tall catcher for Baxter Springs. Boatman holding the runner at first. Big curveball missing low and in, ball 1. That one was probably over the strike zone, but much too low. It also, I would imagine, curled around the outer edge of the plate as opposed to hitting it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Runner taking off to go second. High fastball throw down on the first base side of second from Jay Hay. Tailed away from him. Went beyond Collins, but Troike backing up prevents him from going to the outfield. Stealing second base with the head first slide is Lane Hall. Count 2-1 on Brant Morrison for the second time in as many innings. There's a runner in scoring position for the Lions. Troike right behind Hall. Now squaring around the bunt, pulling it back is Morris. He sees ball 3 miss away. Brant Morris, the third baseman for the Lions. He popped out to short in his first at-bat. Troike will dive back towards second base, get Hall to jump closer to the bag. Then Ty Norris will throw a ball in the dirt to walk Brant Morris. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out here. Batter Riley Bush. He popped out to Collins, the second baseman, on a nice running catch by Collins. Starting in a standard second field position, had to run almost all the way behind first to retire Bush. And Bush will see a curveball. Is low and away. Ball 1. Boatman, the first baseman, not on the grass. I realize that Bush is a catcher and the cleanup hitter, but now is a golden opportunity to lay down a bunt, especially with Boatman, the first baseman, being the one to cover the first base side of the pitcher's mound. As you would imagine, Caden Harrison would cover third to try and get the lead runner depending on who gets the bunt. And leaving the right-handed throwing Ty Norris, who falls off to the first base side, to cover third. The 2-0 foul almost gets by J.A. He gets it, throw down to second, not in time. A strong throw by Wes J.A. to Connor Dillons, but Dylan Collins. But Collins does not apply the tag on Elaine Hall, who dives back into second base head first. So it's 3-0 now. Norris approaching 50 pitches here in this third inning. It's a 4-pitch walk to Riley Bush. That is 8 consecutive balls thrown by Ty Norris after getting a first pitch strike against Brant Morris. It was 4 straight to walk Morris, and now it's 4 straight to walk Bush. That'll be a courtesy runner for Bush over at first. It's Blake Thiessen. Saving the legs of Bush. Braden Bernard, the designated hitter, is up. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance last inning. Again, going from the stretch now, or the windup, excuse me, and now that the bases are loaded, is Norris. The runner at third, courtesy runner Hall for the pitcher Landon Abbott. Runner at second, Brant Morris. Runner at first, Blake Thiessen, a courtesy runner for the catcher Riley Bush. No balls and 2 strikes now on Bernard. All Bernard has to do is hit it to medium deep outfield and the run will score. The 2-2 is a big curveball that misses low and away. Great job by J-Hay to slide over to his knees and smother that ball between his glove and the dirt. Infield brought in for Girard. Corners on the grass. Middle infielders about halfway. The 1-2. Fastball low and away. 2-2. Now the fans in maroon not happy with the strike zone, but that's been fair. That low and away outside corner has not been available to either pitcher thus far in the game. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 2-2 coming from the right-handed throwing Norris. That's sent into right. Getting around it is Lallman. It's going to drop in front of him. 1 run is in, being waved around and out the last second of the hold-up call. And is the runner from second, Morris. And I tell you what, Caden Lallman got around that ball and threw an absolute missile to home and nearly cut down Lane Hall because Lane Hall had to wait and see if the ball was going to be caught or if it was going to drop. So the single brings in Lane Hall, and we have our first run of the game. Baxter Springs leads Girard now 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Kyler Reese, the center fielder, will dig into the right-hand batter's box now. Reese tried to lay down a sacrifice bunt last inning, but popped out to the catcher, Jay Hay. Curveball, that'll hit the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one riling up some fans in the Royal Cardinal Red section. Caught outside the zone, but it knifed through the zone. That one's low. 2-1. Had a big break to it, so it went over the outside black to the previous curveball and then was caught outside the zone. The 2-1. That's a fastball. Stays away. 3-1. And Ty Norris really fighting his control here in this third inning. Has yet to have a relatively easy batter outside of the 4-pitch walk to Riley Bush. The 3-1. At the knees. Count now full with a fastball. Runner at third, Morris. Runner at second, courtesy runner Thiessen. The runner at first, Bernard. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Baxter Springs already scored 1. Fly ball to right. Lolleman drifting under. He'll get underneath it, catch it, throw to home, and it's going to be on a bounce, but a little late. Kind of a looping throw from right field by Caden Lolleman. And scoring on the sac fly is Brant Morris. 1 hop to Jay Hay at home, but the hop was a little late. Ball might have been held up by the wind that's blowing, just absolutely howling out there toward left field. Also tagging up and advancing is Thiessen, going from second base to third. So there's 1 out now, runners at the corners. The batter is Son Derringer, high fastball. Bit of a pitch out, and they were expecting Bernard to try and go towards second. Bit of a double steal technique, essentially. Bernard stayed put at first, and also staying put at third was Thiessen. Jay Hay did a double pump fake to try and get him out. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Derringer. Went over the top of it. He'll step out and get signed from his third base coach. Now he digs back in. Norris comes set, quick throw over to first. Boatman takes it, doesn't even apply a tag, but that'll have Bernard diving back into first. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Baxter leads over Girard, 2-0. Ground ball to short. Troike will go to second base, and then they're going to try and come the play, but no good. Coming in to score on that from third is Thiessen, and they're going to call the runner out at first for runner interference, I believe is what the call is, and if that's the case, the run doesn't count. I will say slowing down as he got to second base was the runner Bernard, and so the runner is out at second on the force out. Then there's going to be runner interference, and that will end the inning. So instead of it being 3-0 with a runner at first and 2 outs, it's 2-0, and the third inning is over. We go to the fourth. Baxter Springs leads over Girard by a score of 2-0. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities 1 patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
As we begin the top of the fourth, Wade Boatman will be the batter. Ball 1 to Boatman in the bottom of the third. The Lions scored 2 runs on 2 hits. They left a man aboard. Now we're here in the top of the fourth, 2-0 the count on Boatman. The bottom of the third ended on a double play. Ground ball to short where Troike went to the second baseman, Collins. And then the runner who was going from first to second that was retired on that putout, and Braden Bernard was called for interference, thus retiring the batter Desan Derringer and ending the inning, as that was a big change. Otherwise, it was just going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice with Derringer at first and 2 outs, with Baxter being up 3-0 as coming in to score from third base was Blake Thiessen, a courtesy runner for the catcher Riley Bush. Count now full on Boatman. In his previous at-bat, Wade Boatman went down looking. The 3-2 fouled out of play. So we'll reset and do it again. Following Boatman, it'll be Lulleman and Norris. Lulleman, for his part, had a couple plays out in right field and almost cut down a Lion runner. Got behind one fly ball and put a strong throw into it, but the wind kind of held it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the right hand, hitting first baseman for the Trojans. The 3-2, it's a curveball, it stays outside. It's a leadoff walk for Boatman here to begin the fourth. The 6th runner for the Trojans here in the midway point of the game. Lulleman now was the batter. He grounded out to short in his first at-bat. He squares around a bunt and bunts it foul. Strike 1. Go ahead and get you the eyes of the game. Brought to you by Kanar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kanar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. With locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard, Kanar Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. It was a deadlock until the bottom of the third when the Lions are able to score 2. Now Lulleman squares around and able to get the bunt down. Fielding it off the mound is Abbott. He'll spin and throw over to first to retire Lulleman, but going to second now is Boatman. Runner in scoring position with 1 out for the Trojans here.
Brings up the pitcher, number 23, Ty Norris.
Now Ty Norris, the pitcher, is up, looking to help his own cause here. Additionally, as part of the eyes on the game, we'll get you look at the rest of the bracket here. Frontenac defeated Columbus earlier today by a score of 12-6, coming back from behind 5-2. They scored 7 runs in 1 inning. Take a 9-5 lead, never look back. The 0-1 to Norris is another curveball. That one will break inside too far. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Update from Galena, where the Girard Lady Trojans are taking on the Riverton Lady Rams. They're up 2-0 going into the bottom of the first. Ground ball up the middle. Boatman will be held up at third base. A late stop sign thrown up by Coach Beaver as Kyler Reese circled that ball and made a very strong throw. That puts runners at the corners with just 1 out. And now the batter is Caden Harrison. That's Norris' second hit of the day. Both of them have been singles. The winner of this game between the Lions and the Trojans will take on the Frontenac Raiders immediately following this game with a chance to go to the 3A state tournament in Emporia. First pitch to Harrison's fouled out of play. After the game, an interview with head coach Steve Beaver, talk about how his team did as they currently trail the Lions 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. They have runners at the corners with one out. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Caden Harrison. Last pitch was the 60th by Abbott, the 1-1. That's grounded. Nice diving stop by Morris at third. Throw over to first in time to retire his third base counterpart, Caden Harrison. Coming in to score, he is Wade Boatman, but now there's 2 outs and a runner at second. Here in the top of the fourth, the score is now 2-1. Baxter Springs leading over Girard. Batter now Dylan Collins, who's at second. Second baseman for this game, Dylan Collins. He hit a single in his last at-bat. Abbott checks the runner at second. Now he'll deal, and it's fouled out of play. Strike 1. Abbott got to second base following the walk by Taylor Bruning, but that was all that they wrote in the third inning. However, now in the top of the fourth, the Trojans have broken through. With their first run of the game, they trail Baxter by a score of 2-1. Big sweeping curveball. Almost hit the back foot of Collins. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Shortstop Arnall trying to keep Norris close to second. And the ball will hit Collins, so he will take his base, reaching first for the second time tonight. Here's Dylan Collins, and we'll head back to the top of the order. And Taylor Bruning.
Brings up the center fielder, number 2, Taylor Bruning.
Bruning is 0 for 1 officially. Struck out looking to begin the game. Then he drew a walk in the third. 2 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the second, Baxter leads Girard 2-1. Excuse me, top of the fourth. And low and in, ball 1. Abbott trying to take advantage of the low inside strike and overthrew that one. The 1-0. That'll be on the inside corner for a strike. Bruning started to go and then stopped himself, took a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bruning will ground it. Fielding it as a shortstop, Arnell. Going to be quick over to the first, and in time to retire Bruning. A bang-bang play. Skip into the glove of Derringer at first, able to pick it out, and that's how the end of the top of the fourth ends. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The score is Baxter Springs 2, Girard 1. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
top of the fourth. Girard Trojans scored 1 run on 1 hit and left a man aboard. And then they have 2 on, excuse me. Leading things off for Baxter Springs in the bottom of the fourth is Brandon Kelly, their second baseman. He takes a ball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes on Kelly, who was hit by a pitch his last at bat. This was after Norris was able to get 2 outs following the leadoff walk issued to Braden Bernard. Now he's behind 3-0 on Kelly. The 3-0, low and away, 4-pitch walk to begin the fourth. Now Brandon Kelly is aboard.
Brings up the right fielder.
Now Billy Buck, the right fielder, will step in. He was hit as well. Back-to-back hit batters by Ty Norris after he and his defense were able to get 2 outs. Following the leadoff walk issued to Bernard. They were able to work around it, however, as Norris got Caleb Barnall to strike out swinging. Faking the bunt is Billy Buck. He'll pull it back. Take a ball, excuse me. Now throw over to first, diving back in safely. He is the runner, Kelly. Still 1 ball, no strikes. With the 1 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Buck will square around, attempt a bunt, and come up empty. So it's 1-1. Norris will get the sign from his catcher, Jay Hay. Square him on the bunt early is Buck. He bunts it up and throw down to first. They're going to get Buck out, and third base is unoccupied. Wes Jay Hay. What a heads-up play by Jay Hay. Realizing that no one was at third, busted it down to get there after the one to field the ball on the bunt and throw it down to first. And first base coach Dusty Carnes is irate, saying that there should be interference on that. So is Baxter Springs head coach Chris Mercer. They're wanting an obstruction call, saying that after the bunt by Buck, he and Jay Hay got tangled up. Jay Hay not giving Buck the proper lane to get to first. So now there's going to be an umpire visit. I did see them both run into each other, but I can't say that it was intentional or anyone was physically trying to get in the other ways. Now home plate umpire will talk to head coach Mercer and explain what's going on. Still standing at first is Buck. Wes Jay Hay popped out of his catcher's crouch to try and get up there and field the bunt that was right in front of the grass. And they're going to say that Billy Buck is indeed out with no obstruction call. So it's a sacrifice bunt for Buck. He's retired 2-3 for the first out. Going to second is Kelly. And we will return to the top of the order. And Caleb Arnall, who is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and he struck out swinging. The 0-1 coming. He'll square on the bunt. Watch the curveball. Jay Hay, a great job. Didn't go all the way down to his knees. Bent his knees so he could get his chest protector in front of the ball. Dropped his glove down to help try and cover the gap between his legs and bounced it in front of him down the third base line. That kept Brandon Kelly from advancing. The 1-1 incoming from Norris. It's a two-seamer, stays high, 2-1. Brandon Kelly at second base after drawing a leadoff walk and being sacrificed over by Billy Buck. So there's 1 on and 1 out. Scores 2-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Swing on the bunt on a curveball. Sliding catch by the catcher Norris. Throw over to first, and it goes into center field. Head first slide. Has the runner sliding back in and tagging up, and then he will get to third. Brandon Kelly had to dive head first back into second base to tag up. Ty Norris being a little too aggressive trying to get the double play, threw it into center field. That will send Kelly to third. But there are 2 outs now with a runner at third. Pitcher is now Landon Abbott, who's 1 for 2. He's reached base twice, however. Reached by an error in the first and a single in the third. He later came around to score on the single by Braden Bernard. First pitch is a curveball, strike in between the letters and the belt. Shadows slowly creeping across home plate here at the Field of Dreams. The 0-1. That's a fastball swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes here. And when it gets to this point, the advantage really goes to the pitcher. The 0-2. Fouled up and out of play. Going from sun to shadow makes it hard for hitters to pick up spin and location. So they can't see the ball very well. The 0-2. That one's sent into right. Lulleman will run over, giving chase. It's going to fall in front of him. He'll pick it up, toss it into his second baseman, Collins. But coming in to score from third on the 2-out single is Brandon Kelly. And Baxter Springs has reaffirmed their 2-run lead here. They're up now 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Grant Morris is up. Once more, Lane Hall comes in as a courtesy runner for Abbott over at first base. Morris is 0 for 1, popping out to the shortstop and drawing a walk. Big curveball ends up in the heart of the zone, strike 1. Morris eventually came around to score on the sacrifice fly by Kyler Reese. He was almost cut down by Caden Lulleman. Quick throw over to first, a head first dive is back in, is Hall. Swipe tag by Boatman, not third time. Norris will look into his catcher, Jehu, who runs through all the signs. Now eventually Norris gets one they like. The pitch, Hall takes off, fouled out of play. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to hit and run there. And Morris just couldn't get it in play. They'll go through the signs once more. Get what the play is. Now Morris is in the box. The 2-2. And that was so far inside. It was outside. Stealing second is Hall, and he'll get there safely. Jehe, since he was already on his feet, tried to throw out Hall, but didn't get there in time. That's the second stolen base of the game for Lane Hall. As I said, that pitch was so far inside Morris, it was outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2 from Ty Norris is whipped foul. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 out. Baxter's already scored 1 run this inning. Brandon Kelly scored on the single by Landon Abbott. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. That came after Billy Buck sacrificed Kelly over to second base. And then Caleb Arnold couldn't get a bunt down, caught by the pitcher. And the ball is sent out into shallow left field. Going to get away from Dillon. And coming around to score from third is Lane Hall. Baxter Springs now up 4-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Connor Dillon did not have a great read on that baseball, and he came in to try and make the catch on a hop, and when he did so, it bounced off his knee and kicked away from him. So that allowed Hall to score. Ending up at first base is Morris. Batter is the catcher, Riley Bush. And that's a two-seamer that rides high and tight. Bush turns out of the way. Ball one. 85 pitches for Norris, and he is not yet out of the fourth inning. Throw over to first, back in time with a dive is Morris. Meanwhile, his pitching counterpart, Landon Abbott, still under 70, and he will begin the fifth. Assuming the Trojans can get a final out before the Lions can score 7. High fastball, throw down to second on the second base side. And Wes Jahay has got the arm, but the accuracy is just a little off, and the Lions coaching staff has determined that. So it's a steal of second by Brant Morris. 2 balls, no strikes. A runner on second, 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Baxter Springs leading 4-2 now. Ball in the dirt blocked by Jahay. Lions scored 2 in the third. They've scored 2 thus far in the fourth. Meanwhile, the Trojans have only scored 1. That was in the top of the fourth. Norris takes his time getting up on the first base side of the river. Now he'll throw it over to second base to his shortstop, Troike, even though Collins, the second baseman, was there. Diving back in is Morris. Troike, as well as Collins, there to try and hold the runner close to second base. The 3-1 is in there for a strike just below the letters. Bush thought it might have been ball 4, but he went toward the third base side of home plate as opposed to first base side, the 3-1. That's grounded to third. One hopper to Harrison. Throw over to Boatman, who digs it out for the final out of the inning. Baxter Springs tacks on 2 to have a 3-run advantage to the top of the fifth. It's 4-1 Lions over the Trojans. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
It's the top of the fifth. Score Baxter Springs 4, Girard 1. We'll get you the mid-game stats brought to you by Murphy Lawn Care. Spring is here. Call Jess Murphy for total lawn care, including crabgrass and broadleaf control. Murphy Lawn Care. Call 620-724-0132. Trojans have scored 1 run on 3 hits. They've left 5 runners on. And they've also committed 2 errors. Meanwhile, Baxter Springs Lions have scored 2 runs on 4 hits. They have left 6 on and have committed no errors. Wes Jahay, the catcher for the Trojans, will lead things off, facing against the left-hand throwing Landon Abbott, beginning his 5th inning of work. The 0-1 grounded. Backhand dig by the shortstop Kelly, digging close and beating out the infield single is Wes Jahay. Kelly, the second baseman, was very content to let the ball roll to him after it was running through the grass, losing speed. And so it's an infield single for Wes Jahay. his second of the game. And leadoff runner is aboard for the Trojans here in the top of the 5th. Abbott will come set. Deal. J-Hay fakes the steal. And a curveball catches the top of the zone for a strike against Evan Troike, who is 0 for 1. He's flown out to right. He was hit by a pitch in the first, eventually cut down on a 6-4 fielder's choice. That ended the inning. The 0-1. High and outside. Quickly popping out of his crouch was Bush on the off chance J-Hay might try to steal. But J-Hay stayed pretty close to the bag at first, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 on and nobody out in this top of the 5th inning. Baxter Springs leading Girard 4-1. Big curveball stays away and low. 2-1. Connor Dillon, left fielder, is on deck for Girard. The 2-1. On the inside corner, 2-2. Senior shortstop Evan Troike will have to choke up and fight off anything close. Abbott shakes off a sign from his catcher Bush. Now he gets one that he likes. Check of the runner first. Kicks and deals. Ground ball to the second baseman Kelly. He's only plays to first. Loses the ball. And not in time. Kelly had it in his glove and then lost it as he was pulling it out. Had to readjust his grip on the fly. And it's an infield single for Evan Troike. And now there's a mound visit. Head coach Chris Mercer heading out to talk to Abbott. Abbott's night may be done. The entire infield is in on this conference. Abbott's next pitch will be his 75th. Batter for the Trojans will be Connor Dillon. He'll have runners on first and second with nobody out. And Abbott is indeed in here. Infielders will return to their positions. Dillon is 0 for 2. He grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice that ended the first. Then he flew out to left to end the third. Shortstop Arnall trying to keep J-Hay close to the bag. Way in at first is Derringer, expecting Dillon to bunt. First pitch is a curveball in the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1, Dillon will foul it away. He's not showing any sign of bunting right now. So the count, no ball and 2 strikes. Dillon will have to choke up, and the first baseman Derringer will drift back, still on the inside part of first. The 1-2 high. 1-2 now the count. Runner at second, J-Hay. Runner at first, Troike. Back-to-back infield singles. Long look at J-Hay at second. He'll take another shuffle step. Now another, and Connor Dillon says, okay, end the staring contest. Asks for time is granted to it by the home plate umpire. Abbott will get back on the rubber, third base side. Once more, long check at J-Hay. Now he kicks and deals. Ball sent down the line of right and foul. So we will stay put at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winner of this game will take on the Frontenac Raiders in the 3A Regional Championship, the 1-2. And once more, it's spoiled, out of play. Connor Dillon is not going down easy here. Staying alive as best he can. The 1-2 from Abbott. Curveball swung on a miss, gets through the legs of the catcher Bush. Advancing to third is J-Hay. Advancing to second is Troike. Out as first base is occupied. The batter Dillon. It's the first out of the inning. And just the third strikeout by Abbott today. Now it's Wade Boatman, who has struck out looking and drawn a walk. And he sees ball one. 1-0. Abbott now over 80 pitches, having gotten through 4 1/3 innings. The 1-0 and almost hits the shins of Boatman. It's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at second with 1 out. And third. Ground ball past the third baseman Morris. Coming in to score is Jay. Being waved around is Troike. Wyatt Buck has it, and it's going to be cut off by the pitcher Abbott. A head-first slide by Troike. And it's now 4-3. Baxter Springs leading Girard. 2 RBI single by Wade Boatman. Puts it back to a 1-run game.
Up the right fielder, number 9.
I don't know if Abbott lets that go. Troike might be out. So now Lulleman is up, who is 0 for 1. A ground out to short, and he's laid down a sac bunt. Curveball in at the knee, strike 1. Lulleman yesterday struck out 10. No balls, 2 strikes in this at-bat against Lulleman. He's playing in right field. Made a decent catch and almost cut down a tagging from third. Brant Morris. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now there are 2 outs in the inning. Landon Abbott digging deep and getting the outs himself. That's strikeout number 4.
The pitcher, number 23, Ty Norris.
The pitcher Ty Norris is up. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He'll see fastball, hit the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, a runner at first, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Baxter Springs leading Girard 4-3. Swing and a miss by Norris there. And he quickly finds himself down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Defense straight away for the Lions. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Abbott tried to get Norris to expand his zone. He doesn't. The pump fake down to first as Wade Boatman diving in. The 1-2. Curveball. Tried to back foot Norris and have him swing over the top. But Norris is able to lay off. It's 2-2. Curveball, that'll hit the outside corner. Norris goes down looking. All 3 outs of the inning come via the strikeout as Landon Abbott digs deep and is able to just limit the damage to 2 runs. But Girard does score 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Baxter 4, Girard 3. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans! Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
4-3. Lions lead the Trojans after Girard scored 2 in the top of the 5th on 3 hits. They left a runner on. Baxter Springs yet to come in there defensively. Braden Bernard, the designated hitter, begins things for Baxter Springs in the home half of the 5th against Ty Norris. Back-to-back curveballs, missing a low one away. Has Bernard heading the count. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Low and away, 3-0. Norris now over 90 pitches in 4+ innings. The 3-0. High, ball 4. Leadoff walk drawn by Bernard. The winner of this game between the Lions and the Trojans will take on the Frontenac Raiders following the conclusion of this game. And there's going to be a pinch runner, I believe, for Bernard at first. Coming in is Lane Abbott. Excuse me, Lane Hall. Lane Hall, the pinch runner for Braden Bernard. And he'll throw over to first and back in time with a dive. Score 4-3, Baxter Springs over Girard in this bottom of the 5th. Leadoff walk issued to Braden Bernard. Pitch underneath the outside corner, strike 1. Kyler Reese, the center fielder, is up. He is 0 for 1. He's fouled out to the catcher, trying to lay down a sac bunt, and he's hit a sacrifice fly to right. That scored Brant Morris, and he'll take the 1-0-1 to short. Troike over to second for Collins on the first double play. 6-4-3 twin killing by the Trojans there. Nice defense, and now there's nobody on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, and that could extend the night of Ty Norris by another inning. As now he has only 95 pitches, almost through the 5th inning. Dason Derringer is up, sees a strike hit the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike, nobody on now with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Baxter Springs leading Girard by a score 9-4. Fly ball hit out to right. Lolleman will drift under it. Snag it for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the Lions in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Baxter 4, Girard 3. Back after this with more baseball here on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Top of the 6th sees the third baseman Caden Harrison leading things off. Bottom of the 6th inning. Baxter Springs line scored no runs on no hits. They left nobody on base. A 6-4-3 double play started by Evan Troike. He ensured that the deficit for the Trojans currently sits at 1. They trail Baxter Springs 4-3, and first pitch to Harrison is low and in, ball 1. Harrison has grounded out to the pitcher and grounded out to third. And Landon Abbott wanting to work very quickly gets stopped by the home plate umpire, is not yet set in the box, was the hitter Harrison. The 1-0. Again, missing inside, 2-0. Abbott at 93 pitches. Depending on how this inning goes, probably his last. Swing, foul tipped in and out of the glove of the catcher, Bush. So now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody up. Here in this top of the 6th inning, Baxter Springs leading Girard 4-3. The winner will take on Frontenac Raiders in this championship for the regional. A spot at the 3A state tournament in in Emporia on the line. 3-1 now on Harrison. And the ball is in there for a strike. Harrison thought it was going to be ball 4. He started to run to first and toss his bat, but has to come back in the batter's box. And now it's ball 4. That one was well low and away. Leadoff walk issued by Caden Harrison. I don't see anyone warming up down in the bullpen for Baxter Springs, but I'm not directly behind home either, so I can't exactly see. I am slightly offset of where our camera is positioned. Batter now is Dylan Collins. He squares around a bunt, bunts it right in front of home. Great bunt, getting out from behind his Bush, only plays to first, gets there in time. Good sacrifice bunt by Dylan Collins. And now, going to second base is Caden Harrison for the top of the order, and Taylor Bruning. Bruning 0 for 2, strikeout looking, a ground out to short. He's also drawn a walk. Check of the runner at second of Harrison by the pitcher Abbott. It's a big curveball that'll dive low and in. Ball 1. Next pitch will be Abbott's 100th. If he gets to 105, he can finish the batter. The 1-0 is soared, running over to give it a look and falling just in the dugout of Baxter Springs. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. If he gets to 100 pitches, he can finish the batter, but once that is done, he has to come out. Once more, Abbott will check Harrison at second. The pitch. It's ripped foul a third. Solid stroke, but well foul, and the ball is in fair foul territory, and umpire is calling for someone in the Girard dugout to run down and grab that foul ball in order to keep play alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Here in this top of the 6th inning, Baxter Springs leading Girard by a score of 4-3. Center fielder Taylor Bruning is up. 1-2 from Abbott is popped up and running over to give it a look, and just out of play. Bush and Derringer gave it a shot, but it hit the very end of the overhang here and was out of play. Wind didn't push it back far enough. Fair. Wind isn't blowing quite as hard as it was during the first game between the Raiders and the Titans, but it is still a steady breeze out to left field. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bruning. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Swing over a curveball is Bruning. He goes down by a strikeout for the 2nd time today. It's the 6th strikeout of the game by Landon Abbott. Now he's at 103 pitches. So he's allowed to pitch to Wes Jay, the catcher, who's digging in for the Girard Trojans. And unless Jay grounds out does something on the first pitch, Jay should be the last batter Abbott faces. And he might get out of this 6th inning. Jay, watch this curveball. reach out and grab the outer half of the plate for strike one. Jay, for his part, is 2 for 3. 2 singles. He's popped out to first. He came around to score in the first inning on the 2 RBI single by Wade Boatman. He'll swing over the top of that one, throw down to first. We're at a second in time. Way too far up the bag was Caden Harrison, and Landon Abbott ends the 6th with 104 pitches. He can come out and start the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Lions 4, the Trojans 3. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Bottom of the 6th. Score still 4-3. The Lions leading the Trojans. Coming out for the 6th is Ty Norris. He's got 97 pitches. He can throw 8 before he has to be pulled. Top of the 6th. Trojans scored no runs on no hits and left nobody left thanks to a alert defensive play picking off Caden Harrison of second base. And that gave Landon Abbott one more pitch for which he can use in the 9th. Pinch hitting for Brandon Kelly is the left-handed hitting Pierce Stolte. He takes a strike. The 0-1 on the way from Norris to Stolte is low. 1-1. After Stolte, it's Billy Buck and Caleb Arnall, the scheduled hitters. Inside, 2-1 on Stolte. For the Trojans in the top of the 9th, it'll be Jay Troike and Dillon, the 2-3-4 hitters. It's 3-1 now on Stolte. Norris will get the sign from Jay. Wind and deal and miss inside. It's a walk for the pinch hitter Stolte. Leadoff runner aboard for the Lions.
Right fielder, number 23, Billy Buck.
Now Billy Buck is up. Buck officially nothing for nothing. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, laid down a sac bunt in the 4th. 102 pitches for Ty Norris. And I'll have head coach Steve Beaver coming out and talking to his pitcher as far as how this game will go from here. Also out there is the catcher Jay Hay. Home plate umpire now will cruise on out there to kind of hurry things along, and just as he takes a couple steps, Coach Beaver will leave the mound, but still talking are Jay Hay and Norris. So, with 102 pitches, Norris will face Billy Buck. The first pitch, and the knees at the inside corner, strike one. Would not be surprised if Buck, unless it is an absolute meatball, takes 2 more pitches in order to get Norris out of the game. They'll actually square on the bunt and pop it up out of play. A head-first dive by Jay Hay, and he dove with the last possible second he could without smashing his head into the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes now. The next pitch will be Ty Norris's last, as he is at 104. No balls and 2 strikes on Buck, the right fielder for the Lions, as his team leads the Trojans by a score of 4-3. He squares around the bunt, puts it down. It's fielded by Norris, goes over to first for the out. Going on down to second is Stolte on the sac bunt. And now the day is over for Ty Norris. Pitching change for the Trojans, and coming in to throw will be Dylan Collins, the second baseman. So we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. We'll come back after this with more of Girard Trojan Baseball. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
At D-Row Commodity Flooring and Furniture, we can work with any budget to help you redesign any room. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the right flooring from manufacturers like Shaw and Mohawk with exceptional savings right now. And you can choose from our great selection of top quality furniture with brands like Catnapper, Ashley, and Jackson. Come see the professionals at D-Rail Commodity with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant, with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
This is Girard Sports Live.
New pitcher for the Trojans is Dylan Collins. It's a straight swap as Collins is the second baseman. Ty Norris goes to second. Runner at second base is Pierce Stolte, a pinch hitter, leading off the bottom of the 6th for Brandon Kelly. He drew a walk, was sacrificed over there by Billy Buck. That's the only out of the inning. Now shortstop Caleb Arnall. The 1-0 outside 2-0. Arnall is 0 for 3. He's flown out to center. He's struck out swinging, and he's popped out to the pitcher. The 2-0. Low and away, 3-0. Lower outside corner has not been there in any aspect of this game. The 3-0. That's sent into right. Lolleman's going to turn, run back, make the catch for the second out. Tagging and advancing to third is Stolte. So now there are 2 outs for Landon Abbott, who has 1 pitch left. When he goes out to start the top of the 7th, he has thrown 104. He was saved that pitch as Caden Harrison got too far off of second base. Big curveball slips and spins out of the hand of Collins. It's ball 1. Score is 4-3. Baxter Springs leading Girard in this second semifinal game of the 3A Regional hosted here in Baxter Springs. The winner will face the Frontenac Raiders, immediately following this contest. A spot in the 3A state tournament in Emporia on the line. The 2-0 grounded to Harrison, who fields it on as he jumps up, throws it over to first, and that will do it. Leadoff walk comes to naught for the Lions, but they're up 4-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. It's Baxter 4, Girard 3. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
New pitcher for the Lions. And it's going to be number 22, Brant Morris. And Brant Morris will face off against Wes Jahay. His Lions leading the Trojans 4-3. Jahay was up to bat whenever Caden Harrison was picked off of second base. 1 ball, no strikes against Jahay, who is 2 for 3. And now he'll take a strike in there. It's 1-1. Jahay, Troike, and Dillon for the Trojans. Unless they can get a runner on and avoid a double play, and you'll see Boatman. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jahay. Now it's 3-1. As Morris is a little off his game at the moment. 3-1. That'll hit the outside corner at the knees. Count now full. 3-2. Morris will ring up Jahay on a pitch that Jahay thought was low and away for ball 4. That's the first strikeout for Morris today, and Jahay will retire to the dugout. Now there's 1 out here in the top of the 7th, and Evan Troike is the batter. Morris trying to keep his pitch count under 20 to be available for the championship game, which will follow this one immediately. And he'll spike it in the dirt, ball 1. Troike is 1 for 2 today. Fouls that one out of play. Hit a single in the 5th, later came around to score by the single by Wade Boatman. He's then also flown out to right and been hit by a pitch. And that's it for Evan Troike today. A little 1-1. And Troike will be hit again. So he'll head to first base. After taking a two-seamer that rode high and tight, hit him on the backside of the shoulder. That's Connor Dillon. Connor Dillon, 0 for 3. Ground into a fielder's choice in the first inning. He's flown out to left, and he struck out swinging. Shadows now have completely covered home plate, and they're about halfway between the pitcher and home. Advantage to the pitcher there, and you can see it as a curveball was swung on and missed by Dillon. Troike is at first. He is being held by the first baseman, Landon Abbott. And the ball will be ripped foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Dillon. Abbott went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, in line for the win. Setting up outside is Bush, the 0-2. Swung on and missed is Dillon, and Bush makes the smart decision to just hold on to the baseball as opposed to try and throw out Troike, who is stealing second. Ball ends up in the outfield. Troike is standing at third for Wade Boatman, who hit a 2 RBI single back in the 5th inning to make it this 4-3 contest. Outside of that single, Boatman drew a walk in the 4th and struck out looking in the 2nd. Strike 1 here in the top of the 7th. The Trojans down to their final out. Boatman scored on a single by Ty Norris back in the 3rd inning to make it 2-1. Girard trailing Baxter Springs. And the Lions scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th, however 2 in the top of the 5th, and that's where we stand. The 0-1 slapped foul of first, and that was a pitch that was called for on the outside, ended up way inside, and then how far inside it was turned out to be beneficial for Baxter Springs, as if that's fair, Troike scores, and it's a tie ball game. So now Girard down to their final strike. Wade Boatman, the first baseman for Girard, facing off against the right-handed throwing Brant Morris of the Lions. The 0-2. Big curveball swung on and missed, and Boatman strikes out. The ball game is over. The Baxter Springs Lions defeat the Girard Trojans by a score of 4-3 and advance to take on the Frontenac Raiders in the championship game here in about 45 minutes. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, come back with final stats and a look ahead at the rest of the tournament. You are watching Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams, where the Baxter Springs Lions defeat the Girard Trojans by a score of 4-3. And the postgame show is brought to you by Lee Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, bringing 10 years of industry experience back to our hometown. Call 620-670-4590, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Final stats are brought to you by the Bender on 7. Everyone's headed to the Bender on 7 for another great post-game celebration. Grab your friends and head to the Bender for a late-night snack and fun. Bender on 7, Girard's new favorite hangout. Dine in or carry out. Call 620-724-4860. Girard Trojans scored 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 7 on base. Losing pitcher is Ty Norris. They gave up 4 runs in 5 and a third innings work. The winning pitcher for the Baxter Springs Lions is Landon Abbott. He went 6 innings strong, only gave up 3 runs. And the Lions scored 4 runs on 4 hits. They committed no errors, and they left 7 on base. It's time now to announce and award the Bradshaw Collision Repair Hit of the Game. The Hit of the Game is brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If a deer or springtime hail ends up hitting you the way that Wade Boatman hit that 2 RBI single in the 5th inning, scoring Wes Jahay and Evan Troike, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. And with this, it's the last game for the Girard Trojans baseball team of the season. Their final game, they fall by a score of 4-3. The Baxter Springs Lions. The Lions will take on the Frontenac Raiders in this championship game here in the 3A Regional held at Baxter Springs, with the winner heading to Emporia for the 3A State Championship. We'll step aside for another break, and hopefully on the backside we'll have an interview with head coach Steve Beaver. Stick around here on Girard Sports Live as we wrap up this final game of the season for the Trojan baseball team.
Crock-In Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Field of Dreams and Baxter Springs, Kansas. We are wrapping up this final baseball game where Girard Trojan Baseball Club fell down against the Baxter Springs Lions by a score of 4-3. Waiting on head coach Steve Beaver as he is still talking with his boys out in left field following the season. And if he gets over here, the post-game coach interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. As I said, now that with this 4-3 victory, the Baxter Springs Lions will take on the Frontenac Raiders with a chance to head to Emporia and the 3A state tournament. Update over from Galena on the softball side. The Frontenac Lady Raiders defeated the Galena Lady Bulldogs 11-3, and they're in the championship game. Meanwhile, the Girard Lady Trojan Softball Club trails the Riverton Lady Rams 4-2 in the fifth. At one point, they were up 2-0. And now they've given up 4 straight runs, trying to work their way back into it and get the championship. And Coach Beavers seems to have a very long conversation with his team. So we'll take one more final break, and then we'll come back on the other side. Hopefully have an interview with head coach Steve Beavers. Back after this on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back one final time from the Field of Dreams here in Baxter Springs, where the Lions defeat the Trojans by a score of 4-3. Baxter scored 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and that was the difference. As Trojans were able to score 1 in the fourth and 2 in the fifth, and then we're shut out. Stellar pitching performance by Baxter Springs starting pitcher Landon Abbott. And then Brant Morris came in and pitched a scoreless 7th to prevent the Trojans from scoring the tying run. They did get a runner in scoring position, but Wade Boatman strikes out to end the game. And with that, we're going to say good night as head coach Steve Beaver is still talking with his boys as the end of their season here. So thank you for sticking with us here on Girard Sports Live all the way through, listening to myself and Daryl Shireman talk baseball and softball. Flip over to the softball game, and you can listen to Dale call the softball team as they are playing the Riverton Lady Rams, currently down 4-2 in the top of the fifth. So from here in Baxter, I've been Chubby White. Have a great rest of your summer, folks. We'll see you later.